Hey guys, and welcome to this tutorial that will teach you how to create new templates or edit existing templates in HOI4. So the first thing that I want to do is to create a new mod, and we're going to be creating a template for Lithuania since it's a small country with a small army and they have a small file which is easy to understand. So we'll open HOI4, we'll go to mods, mod tools, create mod, we'll just call it template, and click create mod, and our mod is created. All right, the next step is to copy an existing template file. So I'll open my new mod here, template mod, and I'll open the vanilla game in here. And from the vanilla game, we'll need the history folder. So I'll just create that. Inside the history folder, we'll need the units folder. And from here, we'll find the Lithuania file, 1936. Okay, so now that we've created the file structure, the game knows where to look for the template files. All right, now let's see. Our next step is to assign the template name. Okay, so let me just open this one. And let's take a look at this file. Now, these files contain both the units, the productions, and the templates for the specified country. So there's a lot of stuff here that we don't need for this tutorial. We'll just focus on this section, division template, from this bracket until this bracket. So what I'm going to do is to copy this one and just put another template in here like this. And I'm just gonna remove some of these lines so they don't confuse us. And the next thing that I wanna do is to create the name, assign it the name, the template name. So we'll call it the Iron Workshop. Okay. You can change this as well. Doesn't really matter, you don't have to. Now, division names group is the names that will be assigned automatically for units of this template. Now, we're not going to do anything with this in this tutorial. I'll just mention that if you want to edit these names, you can find them in HOI4, common, units, names, divisions, and in here you have all of them, and you can just play around with these files and get historical names if you want to. All right, so since we're not going to be using this, I'm going to remove this line. All right, and now we have the regiments. Now we need to assign the regiments to our template. So this can be a bit confusing to understand at first, how the regiments are structured, but I'll have on the right here an example of how things look in the game when we change this. So what does this mean? Infantry brackets X0, Y0. So this one will put a unit in the first left section of the template designer. Okay, and you'll just see an example of that on the right. So this is our first unit. Now, if I want to add another one, we have two axes. We have the X axis and we have the Y. And the first position begins with a 0. The next position begins with 1. So what I'm going to do is just copy this one. Now I want to place a unit on the next tile, I could say, or the next division socket to the right of the existing one. Okay, so we're going to stay on the same level in the Y-axis, but we're going to move one in the X-axis. So I'm just going to put 1 in here. And you'll see that in the game, that's how it will be represented, and that's where the unit will be visible. Now, the next infantry division, I want to put below my first one, below this one, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put another one in here. And I'll assign it like this. So we're staying on the X at 0, but on the Y, we're going down by 1. All right, so now it knows that we're going to put that unit in there, and so on and so forth. Now, if you want to put different units in your regiment, you can find these units in HOI4, common, unit. All right, so these are the units that you can put in here, like mechanized units, tanks, infantry. These are your frontline units. Now, you can fill these regiments all the way to the end, and as you can see right now, I'll show all the positions as they follow. You'll probably get the hang of it by now. Next thing that I want to do is to add some support units. So to do that, after my regiments section, after my bracket that is responsible for regiments, I will put up support. We'll open a bracket and we'll make some space for them. And in here, I want to put some support units. Now, support units are not the frontline units, and you can find them in HOI4 common units. These are all the units that you have in the support section of the research tree. So let's, for example, put some, I don't know, let's put some artillery. So let's put artillery in here. And it follows the same rules as the regiments, right? So I'll need to put an X. And our first one is going to be X0. And Y is going to be 0 as well. Sorry, I've misspelled artillery, so I'm just going to correct it. Okay. The next one that I want to put is some engineer support units. So let's type engineer. Now, the difference here is that you're not moving on the X axis, right? The support section only stays on the X0. It does not move forward. So for this unit, it's also going to be X0 and Y is going to be 1. All right. So this is our template. It's mainly complete. You can obviously add much more units to it if you want. But what I would like to do for now is to finish it. But before I finish it, I want to set its priority. So priority decides how much this unit should be prioritized for reinforcements and supplies. Now, since this is the Iron Workshop template, so I'll give it the highest priority. And priority goes from 0 to 1. Okay, so for example, 0 will give me the lowest one. 1 will give me the neutral or the default priority. And if you don't send any priority, this is what it will be at. And 2 is the highest one. All right, so I'll just save the file. And this is basically it. So this is our template. Now let's go into the game and test it and see how it looks. Okay, so here's our Iron Workshop template. It has the highest priority for reinforcements and supplies. So that is it, guys. As you can see, quite simple, quite fast. If you have any questions, if something is not working, let me know in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next lesson or tutorial on the Iron Workshop. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Check out these other videos on the Iron Workshop that you might enjoy as well. Please consider supporting the Iron Workshop on Patreon. This will allow the channel to grow and become even better. Thank you.